Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This one is focused on not the puzzle video, obviously this is a background, this adds context, yes it's very important, but this is all about what came about from the She-Hulk beta. And that was, what is this image here? What character is this? What question mark does this have association with? Obviously, it's an enemy, so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to have a look at the potential enemies this could be. There's going to be some that are pretty obvious based on what we've discussed from previous puzzle videos and previous things that we know about that are coming this year, like with Fantastic Four. But there could be some red herrings, there could be some truths, and there should be some rumors. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of rumors. Let's dive into this. Now to start with, I had pretty obvious theories of who I think this could be based on the fact of Fantastic Four and also enemies of Fantastic Four. Yeah, she does have some sort of enemies with her champions and characters like Invisible Woman, which seemed fairly odd because I was thinking, right, well, aren't they meant to be on the same side, the side of good? But, you know, anything can really happen in the Marvel universe, and different story arcs and comic books do change from time to time. But there are also other options. Annihilus, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that character there, brand thing, I just imagine something associated with a breakfast cereal personally. And that's a joke. I don't think this guy's going to be in whatsoever. There's also Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom seems fairly likely, but I do think that this is going to be rolled out over a 1.5 year period. It just feels like the Fantastic Four stuff may be rolled out further. I thought that March would see champions like, well, Invisible Woman could be definitely a still thing with this. Invisible Woman, and as well having the Captain Marvel movie version. But there are more logical things which could factor in a bit better to this whole type of situation. And yeah, still running with the theory that we could have Galactus by the end of the year, but would they leave that question mark there for a longer time period? I don't think so. Once the beta has been completed and the March rollout happens with characters and champions, I'm feeling that there will be more logical suggestions in place in order to go, yes, that is obviously going to be the perfect enemy. Now, there are a few like odd ideas for enemies. For example, we've got Sharon Ventura here. She was an ex-pro wrestler, fell in love with the Thing, and then she joined the Fantastic Four as Miss Marvel. Yeah, pretty weird. And not forgetting our favourite character that could be in the game at some point, the Spanker. If that doesn't call for some smut, I don't know what does. A full list of enemies that are associated with She-Hulk can be found in the link in the description. It'll be on Comic Vine. There are other types of sites, but I like Comic Vine. I think it's pretty cool to go to, and they list off things pretty well. Now that I've built up some information, let's try and piece together who this actually is or could be. As we know, we're just about to go into the month of March, so the She-Hulk and Spider-Gwen beta will obviously end close to the end of the month. We're looking at, say, a 1st of March type of release for these characters with the new update. So, you know, we're all stoked, we're all excited for that. But at the same time, that would be a point that these new characters, well, they already know what they're doing with these new characters. This question mark has obviously got something to do with whatever's happening in March. Now, what do we know about March? March sees the release of Captain Marvel in cinemas. And also with the release of the arcade game at Dave & Buster's, it looks like we're more than likely going to get a March edition of a new type of Captain Marvel in-game. So yeah, Rich, who the hell do you think it is? What's the logic now? First of all, I couldn't find any type of evidence to point to a major conflict that would mean that a Captain Marvel, a Miss Marvel could be an enemy of She-Hulk. So that seemed to rule out that type of thinking. Go back to the image, I'm just thinking about the association with Mephisto. Is there something going on, a comic book story that associates it with Mephisto? And this may be a secondary character to that. Of which there is a story called Mephisto vs. the Avengers from 1987, though I'm not 100% sure if this would be a logical link to this. Unless the big idea about that big bad boss for Act 6 is actually the Living Tribunal, which would be very interesting indeed. And yeah, there is kind of links to She-Hulk and the Living Tribunal. Is Kabam telling us what the first boss for Act 6 Chapter 1 is? Because if it is the Living Tribunal, then God help us all. So yeah, the theory about what this could be is, well, it just like could open up a few doors of ideas of what this could be as a big bad boss. But there is another theory, and that is that it could be Super Skrull, which does actually make more sense when you think about it. She-Hulk has a lot of involvement in the Secret Invasion. So yes, this does look like it would fit in, that enemy being Super Skrull, and the champion that will go in association for the month of March will be Captain Marvel, the new version. Especially with her involvement with his daughter Jacinda, there could be so many different options but I do think that this could fit well. So there we have it, guys. We have dissected the whole thing about this question mark. What do you think? Do you think that it could be the living tribunal? Do you think that's a bit too much? Do you think that it's more than likely going to be Super Skrull based on the fact of her involvement with things going on with Jacinda, his daughter, and also lots of different stuff with the Skrull invasion? Does that seem more likely? For me, it seems that that will be the good fit. March will be Super Skrull, and as well the Captain Marvel movie version, whatever they decide to call her. Maybe even 90s version, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting month of March, especially with She-Hulk being so amazing. Obviously, Spider-Gwen being ramped up majorly. I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel content to Champions-based content. Join me in the Discord server. Link is in the description below. Join the channel and become a member. That would be amazing. And see you in a live stream fairly shortly. And put in the comment section, do you think that I'm right? I could be wrong. You're entitled to your own opinion, so have it in the comment section below. Bye-bye for now. Which was this image here, this lovely little question mark? An enemy? Which enemy could this possibly be? Blee, 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 blee. What a potato, 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 potato.